My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Alright, Defect. Guess it's time to go with you. Also, constrain my mouse to the right side. Excellent. Remove 2 cards is always nice. At the cost of 7 max HP as well. Oh, baby. Delectable. So remove a strike and a defend. That already kind of skews the options that I'm most looking for. In particular, it makes Claw a lot better because I can increase the consistency with drawing it and get a whole ridiculous Claw build off. There is a 4 elite path, but there's also a 3 elite path over on this side that has way more midline rests and a super early shop. So what have we got? We've got an early shop here. We've got 2 question marks, single elite, rest, single elite, and then a shop, and then an elite, normal fight elite, right? So there's very few rests. There's 1 early rest, I guess. And especially if we're going for a 0 cost build in any way, shape, or form, we're going to want to definitely upgrade Zap and Dual Cast as early as possible. So on this side, we have 1 rest, 2 rest, 3 rests midline, as well as 3 elites. Early shop, couple question marks. I gotta be honest, it just looks way better to me. Double defend, single strike, backline, let's go. Strike the backline because they're the one that's actually a little bit more potent at the moment in terms of their power. Okay, is there any way to guarantee lethal here? No. It's not that I could see. Because I had to trigger the curl up on the front line if I wanted to strike them first. Ball Lightning, Beam Cell, Sweeping Beam. So if I just took like a bunch of Ball Lightnings, we would win. But I've done the Lightning deck so much recently. I don't want to do it again. So I'm gonna take a pass on that. After the first shop, I still need to define my deck archetype. So if after the first shop we don't have anything, then I'm gonna get a little more desperate and I'll take basically anything at that point. Okay. Never mind, I miscounted. That's my bad. Took 5 damage I didn't need to take there. Oh well. Take a single leap is a nice defensive card. Sure. Reboot would go in the Claw deck, but obviously we can't afford it. That's our second Ball Lightning off it as well. Oh, it's a bit rough. I'm gonna remove a defend because we now have the leap instead. Should I just take Ball Lightning? Yep. That's a shame. Really wanted to go Claw. Okay, so here we'll upgrade Zap, then Dual Cast, then Ball Lightning, then Leap. Not bad, not bad. We're gonna be able to open the fight with the Ball Lightning as well. Have a full complement of Orbs up, and we've got Leap in our next hand. I mean, it's going well. So here I'm going to Zap before I Dual Cast because I want the instantaneous damage. Or I'll double defend. Never mind, I'll double defend. If Dual Cast was upgraded, I would have played it though. Cool. Yeah, I want the instantaneous damage. So here you can see I'm going to Zap before I Dual Cast. So I won't have my full Orb complement, but I get much more instantaneous damage. The front-loaded damage is much more important than consistent overtime damage. So let's think about it, right? By playing the Zap first, then the Dual Cast, I evoke 1 orb for 8, and then I evoke the next orb for 16, so I get 24. And then at the end of the turn, I get 6 because I only have 2 lightning orbs up. So I get 30 damage that turn. And I have 6 damage persistent turns after that. And then if I play it in the other order and I Dual Cast, then I Zap, I get the 16, and then I get 9 at the end of that turn, so I get 25. And then every turn I get 9. So it goes 30 versus 25, then 36 versus 34. And then the turn after, it's better for me to have kept. So it's about how quickly you think you're going to kill, effectively. I could take the white noise here, do that thing. Could also take barrage. Fine, I'll take a single white noise. I'll upgrade it because energy cost is a premium. I also want to upgrade dual cast as well, but dual cast is sometimes correct to play, whereas it would pretty much always be correct to play out my white noise. Letter Opener, every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. Not difficult for us to do. Alright, I'm going to use the Entropic Brew here because this could actually be really bad. Use a regen potion as well as a swift potion. Okay. Really need to front load as much damage as possible. Oh gosh, we got a Hello World off that. That's not great. Yikes. Yikes. Almost certainly going to get the kill this turn, thankfully. Beautiful. Smiling Mask, Emergency card removal 7 now always costs 50 gold only. Charge Battery is another good defensive card. Come on! Yeah, we just got it in time. Orichalcum, if you enter your turn without block, get 6 block. So we now need to take no damage. Oh, no, we healed with the Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. So, yay, we're fine. Also got an Echo Form up in this fight. 0 cost Echo Form, lovely. Double up on the Ball Lightning, play a single Charge Battery. Easy! Ancient Potion, gain 1 artifact, not bad. Probably not a second leap, nor a second charge battery at this point. We want to keep the deck relatively thin so that we can increase our ability to draw the Ball Lightning and the Zap. I could consider a Barrage at this point, because between the Zap and the Ball Lightning, I regularly have a full complement of orbs. At the same time, I probably want AoE more than that, so I'll take a Sweeping Beam. This is now just like a kind of broad value deck. I don't really like this deck, to be entirely honest with you. I am specifically going to choose to upgrade here rather than... So what was our last fight? Our last fight was Gremlin Knob. And we had Lagavulin as well. Okay. I'm going to choose to upgrade because we have a relatively defensive deck. So I think if we get the Sentinels here... We didn't get the Sentinels, but if we did get the Sentinels here, we were in a really good position to possibly take no damage to them. Capacitor, Zap. Not bad. Charge Battery this turn. So we've got 4 energy to play out as much as we want this turn. And this turn, also, the enemy wakes up. Hey, that's perfect. I'll also use a skill potion here to find White Noise for defrag. Not bad. Now, I know my most defensive cards are in my next hand, happily. Leap. Charge Battery. I also could defend, but Ball Lightning to get another Lightning Orb up is really powerful. It did risk the possibility of putting me out of defensive range this round, though. 9, 14... Yeah, we're dead. Oh, well. Slightly better draw, or not risking it last turn, and we would have been still alive. That's fine. I didn't really like that deck. That was just going to be, like, overall, it would have just become a value deck, and it would have become an emulation of a deck that I've done very, very recently and very commonly for the defects, which I don't particularly enjoy that playstyle, so... As far as I'm concerned, I was saved from doing that. It's also partly why I took the more risky approach, because I was totally okay with losing that run. It seems like the game basically has in mind the deck that you're going to make from the very start, and just seems to provide you a lot of the same types of cards. Like, we saw multiple barrages there, we saw multiple leaps, we saw multiple Ball Lightnings. Like, it was definitely setting me up for a very specific kind of deck. It's just, like, we saw no Cold Snap, we saw nothing. Like, there's a bunch of different cards that build their own archetypes. We saw no Claws. There's a bunch of different common cards that we didn't see at all. It really feels like the game kind of does lock you into things sometimes. You're going to do it again? Fine, I'll take the Ball Lightning. Because I am on a 4 elite path here, actually, so... Taking the early Ball Lightning and having a second Ball Lightning would be pretty good. Easy. Ooh, okay, you're actually offering me like Glacier. Sure. Let's actually go with like a large amount of orbs and orb slots. It's been a long time since I've done something like that. Seek's not bad. Seek's pretty good, actually. Do I have a defensive card in my deck? I don't, other than Glacier. So 7 and 2 Frost. 2 Frost is 2, so it's, what, 11 defense? Enemies attacking for 12. It's fine. Got him. Defrag, sure. That's a second defrag. That's our first claw, but I've already gone with a completely different deck, so... I would go defrag remove, but I guess it's just defrag. Let's upgrade both of those defrags. I definitely need a capacitor as well now. It's going to be a priority. It's theoretically possible we kill the front liner next turn. It would be pretty lucky. I would love to play the other defragment right now, but no. If I had the Glacier up, I would, because then the defragment provides me defense, but it providing me offense right now isn't what I need. I'm going to seek for the defragment, play the defragment, then play Glacier. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice. We're mostly outside of the damage loop at this point, which is good. And now we're entirely outside of the damage loop, so I could basically just end turn from now until forever, and we'd be fine. Cool. And then next turn, end turn, enemy dies. Full hand of Dazed. It's perfect. Narcstone Periapt, whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6, as well as an ancient potion, as well as Storm. Does Storm have a place in this deck? I guess it does. So this is now a power heavy deck as well. I'm not super into that, to be entirely honest with you, but Storm gives Defragment immediacy. So Defragment already has immediacy if I have a lot of orbs in my complement. But if I already have Storm in play, then Defragment also comes with a Lightning Orb, so it funds itself. It's good. Mercury Argloth, at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Not bad. I would love to play Glacier right now, but I really want to play Defrag. This is going to be a damage race. I really need to race him. I think that will save me ultimately a turn of combat, so I think it's correct to have done the dual cast, despite the fact that it did make my enemy enraged, increase their strength by 2. Boot, whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. Second Ball Lightning definitely has a place in this deck. Smith again, get the next defrag. Probably next after this is Seek. Have I got the Zaps upgraded? If it's not, it's Zap. We're just going to wake you up on turn 1. Not a super common thing to do, but... Okay, I'm gonna use a skill potion here to see if I can get something really defensive. Seek. There's no Glacier left in my deck, so the most defensive option I have is Charge Battery. It's not bad, though. Defend, defend, defend. Ball Lightning. Oh god, if I just struck as well. Whoops. Gold-plated cables. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive in additional time. Excellent. That's just like another slot that's already filled. It's perfect. Take a white noise there as well. Oh my god, this we just defend here. So we'll take Glacier. Mercury Hourglass is really doing work. Mercury Hourglass, more like Workury Hour. I'm just gonna stop that joke right there. Another defrag? Chill's not bad. Great way to get a bunch of Frost Orbs next floor in play at the very start of a fight. I would have liked to take the defrag, but I really do want the chill as well. Ugh. I want the front orb to pretty much always be lightning here. Well, mostly, I guess. Defrag's not bad. Do have to play a lightning, but double plays the front line. So if I defend here, because of the gold-plated cables double playing or double getting the passive effect of the frost, that actually all worked out really well. Another ball lightning there, then chill. Nice. And it all worked out in the end. Ish. Got him. Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack card at the start of each combat. That attack card would be in your opening hand. Almost certainly not going to want that. Cold Snap, though. I think I do take Cold Snap. I actually do want a Bottle Flame, probably one of the Ball Lightnings. Really didn't think I was going to be doing that, but sure. I know that Zap we play possibly multiple times a fight, so upgrading something that exhausts to make sure that it can be played is... or could be considered a lesser saving of energy, but consider the fact that it is absolutely necessary every single fight that I play White Noise, and the fact that it's a power means that it generates a lightning orb from the storm as well. The impact that White Noise can have is disproportionately higher than the impact that Zap can have as well. It's really important that I make sure that I have the ability to use it. Sure. I'm actually gonna want a Frost Orb in the front of this if I can get one. Defrag. Nice. Gets me fully defended against this. Sets me up to quite easily fully defend myself next turn as well. I don't really want a Hello World if I can avoid it. Focus for 9. Okay. I'll take and play a Static Discharge and then play a normal defend. Nice try. Ooh, buffer. Perfect. Always nice to have one of those out. I'll Cold Snap to get a Frost Orb up. Not going to be playing Creative AI here. Now if I Zap, I actually get to move a Frost Orb to the front of the complement. So now I should actually be like basically fully defended. Especially after the Glacier. Perfect. I mean, literally, we are going to now perfect this fight. Got him. So, Inserter? I would totally take Inserter at this point. I could take Bias Cognition, but there's always the problem of, you know, if the fight goes long, you're screwed, effectively. And I don't have a way to prevent the downside from Bias Cognition at the moment. Is my deck fast enough? Probably not, especially considering all of the Frost Orbs in there. I can't rely on the ability to pick something up that will help me negate the negative of Bias Cognition. Inability to smith after this point is rough. We have smithed most of the cards that are like super important for us to smith. Like Storm, both the defrags, White Noise. I really want extra energy. Card removal's nice. Like I just removed 2 strikes. Would I remove 2 strikes? I think I might remove like a strike and a zap actually. Because I don't think I'll ever have the space to upgrade that zap. This is going to decide basically our entire deck at this point. Okay, I'm going to go with card removal. And I'll actually just go with the 2 strikes. Yep, there's another 4 elite path. Is there a 5 elite path? There's not. Okay, so... this is probably the best start of it. Oh my gosh. Boy howdy, look at that. If only I'd done the chill first, I actually would have been in a better position. Dynamics, Ball Lightning, and then Glacier to kill. So I never really consider lock-on. To me, lock-on is 12 damage. Like, the rest of the tech doesn't matter to me. Because like, if I'm running a Lightning Orb build, why would I not just put more Lightning Orbs in instead? Why would I want to draw lock-on to guarantee an attack against a certain liner? I typically just treat the Lightning Orbs like they're going to attack the worst target possible and play around it like that. This would allow me to, you know, target the Lightning Orbs, but at the same rate, how much power is it actually providing me rather than just, you know, creating more Lightning Orbs? Overclock I don't really like. I've used it occasionally, or rather I've used it once. It and Turbo, they just feel bad, right? As like Overclock unupgraded, as soon as you draw the burn, you're now card neutral for Overclock, right? Because you had to draw Overclock, you had to draw a burn, it gave you 2 cards, you're now card neutral, right? It does delay the effect, so you're card positive for a while. So if you have like a super aggressive deck, Overclock I guess would fit that. If you have a super thick deck, I guess Overclock would fit that as well because you aren't getting back into your discard pile often. Same with Turbo in both of those situations. But typically I run thin enough that the downside does occur. Probably more important for me to take the attack potion though. Ooh, hell yeah. I would love to take the White Noise, but we have the ability to take the Juzu Bracelet as well as Anchor right now. Anchor is 10 block on the start turn of each combat, which is extremely nice for us, because remember, the start turn for us a lot of the time is play Storm and whatever powers we have in our hand. A lot of the time, what you're missing when you don't pick up an energy relic after the first floor is you're missing the ability to defend yourself adequately. This will help me fix that. And Juzu Bracelet means that regular enemy combats are no longer encountering question mark rooms, so I get more events, so I get more card removal, so I get more, you know, good things like that. I'll be taking both of those. I would have loved to take the White Noise. I would have loved to remove a card. Probably not a great idea to do either. Pretty happy not to be able to do that event because Jax isn't that great for our build. We're not a strength build. Seek out a defrag. And kill. It's pretty aggressive. Cool-headed charge battery Sunder. I could possibly put charge battery in this deck, primarily due to the fact that we are, number one, lacking a little on defense. Consider the fact that we've had 3 defensive cards, I guess. Glacier, Cold Snap, and Chill. Defrag can be considered it, but it's more of an aggressive card because we're effectively just using it to get out another lightning, but also increase the power of our lightnings. We have removed more aggressive cards than defensive cards, but charge battery would mostly be used to mitigate the negative effects of not picking up an energy relic on the first floor. I'm starting to feel more and more that as much as I do complain about energy relics and their design, that most of the time you have a way to get around the negative. Not all of the time, I would not say all of the time, but most of the time. Loop's pretty good. I'm just gonna kill here. Bye. Alright. Speed potion. FTL. How much draw do I have in my deck? Literally none. So FTL would always be a net positive for me. Sure. Sure. I'll ignore deck purity for the sake of that. Ooh, chill though. Chill in the next hand would be better though. Okay. Uh-oh. Whoops. That's my bad. I didn't end up using FTL for the draw, despite the fact that I totally could have. Sure. So now we're going to get 6, 12, 7's 19. The enemy is attacking for 27 plus 7 is 34, so 19, 20. I'll use the block potion. And if the lightning orb kills the frontliner, it will trigger twice. If it kills the frontliner, we're going to be safe. Nice. Oh, Echo Form. I'll leave the chill in the deck. We're about to reshuffle, and drawing chill on these kinds of turns would be insane. Didn't get it, but I did get a lot of defense. Beat that. Yeah. So I'm basically alternating between full offense and full defense. I'm kind of playing like the Construct right now. The Construct is a character that I play in the modded series for Slay the Spire, by the way. It's kind of like I'm playing the Construct right now, right? I'm just swapping from lightning for offense to defense with the non-lightning ones. The Frost. We'll take the bag of marbles at the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies. It would be really nice at this point if we could pick up... Chill's less necessary in our opening hand now that we have Anchor, by the way. Sure, I'll upgrade Zap into a cost. But it would be really nice if we could pick up Data Disk. I'm also going to use an attack potion here for a free meteor strike. Sure, it's pretty good. I just hope that I have the ability to defend myself this turn. Nope. that's a no. Like, that's as close as we can get. Still take 4 damage. Oh well. So if I evoke that, I get 7. If I leave it there, I get 8. Because it'll trigger twice. Gold-plated cables. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to perfect this boss, but that's fine. Didn't want to do that, but that's fine. Still kills. Unceasing Top. If you have no hands... If you have no hands in card during your turn, draw a hand. Beautiful. Aggregate. Deck's too thin to use aggregates effectively. I can now just take a bunch of 0-cost cards. Theoretically. The thing is, we don't have enough energy to, like, exhaust our hand a lot of the time. Which means that a lot of the time those 0-cost cards are going to be... they're going to weigh me down with a bad hand. If you're not guaranteed to be able to take advantage of the Unceasing Top, because you have like statuses in your deck or curses in your deck or cards that are oftentimes too expensive to play because you don't have an energy relic, then a lot of the time you'll get stuck with cards that you didn't particularly want. They were good value if you drew them for free, but now they're stuck in a hand with other cards you can't play out all of, and now you've got a lower than average quality card for your deck. Smiling Mask. Merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. Nice. 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 Very nice. I would love to defend, but gosh, this ball lightning's juicy. I wasn't going to perfect if I defended anyway. This, I think, will end the fight earlier enough that it will save me HP ultimately. That's effectively the gamble I'm taking right here. That's fine. My next hand's probably, yeah, primarily defensive. Works out. Mean of the bone, if your HP is at or below 50% at the end of the combat, heal for 12 HP. Upgraded leap. Ooh. Yeah, that has a place in the deck. If it wasn't upgraded, I wouldn't have taken it. Remove, though. Take another strikeout. Take out the trash. I could just remove all high-cost cards and go for a zero-cost build with an unceasing top, but I think that's actually a little less interesting than something that's kind of just flipping back and forth in terms of its priority. I think this is a little more unique of a build, for me at least, because I've done the unceasing top thing to death with this character. Okay. And end turn. Ease. Speed potion. Ooh, loot, definitely. Speed potion, probably to replace the explosive. We have no strikes in the deck, so to dilute the deck by picking up 5 bites is way too much. If the deck was more defensive, then I probably would do it, because we'd be able to get into a lot of positions where... Oh, wait, 1 second. 1 second, I need to figure out our offense first. Nice. We'd oftentimes be able to get into a position where we can just permanently defend against the enemies by having just ridiculously powerful frost orbs up, and then just bite until we get back on full HP at the end of every single fight. That's a way to play the game. I don't think it's the most interesting way to play the game, but it's definitely a thing that you can do. If I used the weakness potion there, I still wouldn't have been fully defended because the enemy was doing 9x3, so they would have gone down to 6x3, 18. I had 15 defense. So if I did that as well as use the speed potion, I probably could have kept my... Well, I definitely could have kept myself perfect on that turn. But I could also just not do that. Take a look at that. That's a lot of expenditure. I should have done the defrag first, by the way. Thankfully, because of the targeted hit, it didn't matter, but it still wasn't the correct ordering. Oh, right, I have unceasing top. I gotta remind myself of that. Orichalcum, if you enter turn without block, gain 6 block. Now, that's actually extremely handy because a lot of the time, our block is entirely provided by our frost orbs. So if we don't evoke any of those frost orbs, then this is just 6 extra block a turn. Because it will trigger at the same time as them. No recursion, though. Recursion is just like a really bad version of dual cast for me at the moment. I don't think I have the energy to upgrade Sig. I'll upgrade dual cast. It's not only possible, but actually quite likely that we manage to get through this entire fight without taking any damage. I could have chosen to go aggressive or defensive there. I'm kind of relying on, yeah, more defensive of a draw this turn, which we ended up getting, so. Nah. 2 cards are stolen from my deck, but that's fine. Seekers, take it, don't care. FTL, take it, I really don't care. Cool. Drop a loop. No, having leap and chill in the next hand is actually quite good. So I'm gonna charge battery. Just hold off. Well, it was cool. There goes the FTL. Alright. I now need to be stacking cold, frost orbs that is. Get them to the front of my slots. Okay. This will trigger twice, so I get 12, another 12, 24. 24 plus 34 is 58. We're fully defended. I could also have 52. No, this would evoke for 9. So I would have 3 left, so I'd have 55 if I play both ball lightnings. So I'm also going to play the zap. Also playing the zap and putting the frost orb in the front line gave me another 6, so I went to 61. Just in case you're wondering why that occurred. Yep. Basically, all we needed to do is know the pattern of the Bronze Automaton, which we do pretty well at this point, let's be real. And then we were well equipped to just take no damage in this fight. Well, there's Core Surge at the same time as Bias Cognition. Great, thanks for that. Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike would eventually just become a bunch of damage. But the thing is, we kind of... Like, is Thunderstrike providing something? It's providing a finisher, but we reach, oftentimes, a level where the enemies aren't even damaging us. So do we need a finisher? Because we can just keep in that holding pattern and kill the enemy. There is a cost to taking the Thunderstrike, obviously. If we draw it before we've charged it up a bunch, it's garbage. It's trash. So I really think that it's possible to take the Thunderstrike, but it's also possible to totally ignore it here. I think I'm going to choose to ignore it. Now, Core Surge is a little more interesting. Because Core Surge makes a Bias Cognition from White Noise playable, but it also means that I could draft one after this point. So I'll take one. Sozu, need the extra energy. We skipped an energy relic after the first floor. I would take the Philosopher's Stone, but it makes the holding pattern of being able to fully defend against our enemies harder to achieve. And I think we've perfected 2 bosses so far. I think we can go beyond perfect here. I think, in fact, it's like really likely that we get to go beyond perfect here. Okay, 3. 3. 3. Yeah, it's 3 elites no matter where I go. Cool. 2 early question marks to show up. I want as many question marks as is possible. That's why I'm kind of surveying all of these. So 2 question marks, 3 question marks, 4, 5, 6. But that's a 2 elite path. So that's nullified, not going that way. So only 3 elite paths dodge in. All right, never mind. This is the best path that I can get. This and across. Damn it, phone. Please, silent. There we go. Excellent. White Noise first. Yeah, the Bias Cognition's up. All right, I'm going to use Ancient Artifact, though. So that I can play it earlier rather than later. Because killing all of these enemies at the same time is going to be a wee bit difficult, actually. All things considered. Definitely seek for chill. Again, I forgot that I have the Unceasing top. Basically, the enemies can't hit us anymore. That's the whole idea of this. They really, really just can't damage us anymore. So now we just try and keep our damage equal across the board. Oh, another upgraded Glacier. Yeah, and that's probably the last defensive card I take. I actually really want to upgrade the Core Surge. 4 more damage, though. It's tiny. We'll upgrade the Seek. We don't have the same energy problems we used to because now we have Sozu. Gremlin shuffling cards. Good Instincts. No, don't want it. Don't want Zap. Definitely don't want All for One, actually, so I'm going to skip that just in case. Don't want Parasite either. Okay. That's fine. If we saw a Bias Cognition there and we weren't able to take it, I would have been a little saddened by that, but other than that, I would be fine. Echo Form. I mean, it's going to be difficult to find a turn to play Echo Form, but if I play one of my Glaciers beforehand, especially if I've already got my defrags up, then it's not that difficult. Yeah. Taking the Echo Form and... Cold Snap? Or a Defend? Probably a Defend. Removing a Defend is difficult, though. Just because they've served me well so far, and I don't want to be mean. Okay, White Noise? Yeah, we'll be fine here. Cool. Another Storm makes this deck ridiculously powerful when it's upgraded. I would love to go across and immediately upgrade it, but I do want every elite, so... Just gonna have an unupgraded Storm in our deck for a while. I'm never perfecting this fight. I can defend for a maximum of 20. Never mind. Again, I forgot about the Unceasing Top. If I draft a deck that has the Unceasing Top and I'm not specifically using it, I always forget about it. It's just so forgettable. Okay. Ooh. And then Glacier. Yeah, did kill him as well. Nice. We've got so many passive damage effects. It's insane. Enemy's dead regardless. Didn't really matter. Ancient T-Set, whenever you're into a rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy, as well as no. Compile Driver would often be deal 10 damage, draw 2 cards, which is a Pommel Strike. Would I put a Pommel Strike in this deck? No. Duplicate a card. Okay, we need to actually carefully think about this, because I think it's Storm Plus. It is. Ooh, okay. That does, however, mean that I should probably upgrade the... What's it called again? It wouldn't have made a difference in this fight, don't worry. It does mean that I should probably also upgrade Chill so that I can get more defense in the opening hand alongside the Anchor. Okay, Seek, and then I'll just take Echo Form out of there and White Noise. Should have done that in the opposite order, by the way. I would have gotten... Oh, never mind. It didn't matter because the enemy has the intangibility up this turn. I'll also use Chill here. Give myself the ability to defend for 12. Yeah, I was worried about the enemy using their 45 damage attack this turn. That's why I chilled. Okay, so I'll double up on defrag here. Yeah, because I didn't want to count, but I suspected it would get me pretty close to lethal. Pendib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage, as well as an energy potion, as well as just nothing. Lanson. Gain energy on the first turn of each combat. That's actually extraordinarily handy for us. Because even if it gives me more energy than I need, fine. So what? you could attack for 5 or 25 next turn. I'm going to play against the worst case scenario. So I'll generate some defensive orbs here. Yep. Worst case scenario activated. Those should have been in the other order, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Defrag white noise. Pops it for 7, goes to 19. Oh well. Damn it. Would have actually been helpful. Another storm just got added to our hand. Hell yeah. I can literally just stall for 2 turns right now. And just let the Mercury Hourglass finish the job, which is fun. It's fun. I just think it's neat. Colorless cards? Sure, let's look. Deep breath. No net negative, so I can just take it. Sure. Dark Shackles. Impatience is actually really good for me. How many attacks do I have in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one always gets played first regardless anyway, so Impatience is fine. Panacea, beautiful. Not going to have an effect in the boss fight. 2 upgrade spaces, or do I want another question mark? So what would I upgrade in my upgrade spaces? I would upgrade Storm and Impatience. Or I could go to another question mark. What events do I have left on this floor? I don't have that many good events left that can show up, so I'll go this way. The Relic event would probably be the best one. Ooh, nice. Is that the second time I've been saved by the chill there? It's actually also not going to save me because I don't have a weak potion this time. Alright. Skull Surge. Loop. Loop Leap. And we'll defend. I really need to get to my defrags as soon as it's possible here. Patience, white noise, hello world, defend. I wanted to play the hello world just to generate more orbs, basically. It's the attack potion. Ooh, Blizzard would actually be a significant... No, it wouldn't be. Never mind. Oh, it's also the Singing Bowl, giving us a little bit of max HP right before the very end of the game. Now, sure, it could have been more useful if it showed up earlier, but hey. Equivocation. Storm, Storm, Storm. Charge Battery, Ball Lightning. New card. Leap. Oh, nice. Defrag. Nice. And we're going to have 7 energy on our first turn in the next combat as well. That is to say, the boss combat. Yes. Excellent. Take that max HP. Smith here. Go for the Impatience. The extra card draw is nice. I'll use the Speed Potion to keep defense. That's why I've been holding it this entire time, by the way. I'll use it with Panacea in order to keep defense this fight. Nice. Not great. Pretty low result there. I was looking for Panacea, if you're wondering. Oh, there's our Panacea. So we'll Speed Potion Panacea. Yes. Yes, our dex is excellent. We get to keep the 5 decks because we lose the debuff that would lose the 5 decks at the end of that turn. This is really annoying. Now I need my Core Surge. Give Core Surge. Give Core Surge. Oh, Seek will get me Core Surge. Hey! Nice. Also add Shield to my hand. Okay, so we'll Core Surge, then Bias Cognition, and we remove the debuff of losing focus there. I'll defrag, then chill. Yeah, I was 1 short. My math was off. So we're not going to perfect this fight. I should have spent longer making that decision. I kind of took it for granted that we were going to be powerful enough that it wasn't going to be a problem. But I wasn't playing straight up defensive cards, so the benefit from the extra 5 decks wasn't actually a thing. I should have considered that a little more carefully before I did it. This is just going to be a ridiculous amount of damage. Frontline is now dead. And then backliner easily dies. Yeah, we easily could have gotten it beyond perfect there, so we would have had 100 more points. Yeah, 1,162 would have been pretty good. I mean, unfortunately, we had, duplications of cards in our deck. 2 defragments, 3 storms, 2 glaciers, 2 ball lightnings, that kind of thing. So we missed out on Highlander. Would we have been able to do it without that? It would have been a lot more slow going because we wouldn't have had the 3 storms. But I think it's possible. I think it's actually pretty possible that we could have cut the deck down and just had storm, one storm, 1 defragment. Especially if we took the first offering of Bias Cognition and then the first offering of Core Surge. We could have gone for a Highlander deck there. This deck probably wouldn't have worked Pauper. Oh, it totally would have worked Pauper. Seek was doing very little, so was Core Surge, so was Echo Form. So yeah, no, this would have worked as a Pauper deck as well, so we could have got an extra 50 there, so we could have got like an extra 150. Extra 250 if we include the perfect as well. Which would have been actually like a really high score at that rate. For the moment though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.